Hello guys, and welcome back to our tenses review. This is part 2 of 2, where we will look at the perfect and perfect continuous tenses. Our end in mind, you may remember from video 1, is to be able to recognize how and when to use the different tenses. So let's get on with present perfect simple. Present perfect simple is used to show that an action has taken place once or many times before now. The present perfect is often used to talk about experiences or changes that have taken place, but there are also other less common uses as well. Things to remember. We use this for unspecified times before now, usually to talk about experiences, changes over time, accomplishments, uncompleted actions you are expecting, those are in negative, or multiple actions completed at different times. You can also use present perfect simple to talk about durations from the past until now. The example I've given is, she has been in England for 6 months. You can see there we have as our auxiliary verb, and we have our main verb, been, in past participle. Past perfect simple. We use this tense to show that an action took place once or many times before another point in the past. The past perfect expresses the idea that something occurred before another action in the past. It can also show that something happened before a specific time in the past. You may remember that we did check this in our diagnostic weeks. Also remember that the later of two actions is demonstrated in the past simple tense. In this example, I did not have any money because I had lost my wallet. You can see that did not have is in simple past. That is because it is the later action. The subject lost their wallet before they didn't have their money. Future perfect simple. This is used for actions that will be completed before some other point in the future. The future perfect has two different forms, will have done and be going to have done. Unlike your future simple, but similar to your future continuous, the future perfect form, will have done and be going to have done, are interchangeable. The future perfect cannot be used in clauses beginning with time expressions, such as when, while, before, after, by the time, as soon as, if, unless, and others. That concludes perfect simple. Let's move on to perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. This is used to show that an action started in the past and has continued up to the present moment. It usually emphasizes the duration of the time the action has been taking place. Present perfect continuous has the meaning of lately or recently. Using this tense in a question suggests that you can sense the result of the action. In this way, it's quite possible to insult someone by using this tense incorrectly. For example, have you been smoking? When we ask this question, we are suggesting that we know the answer is yes. Now let's move on to past perfect continuous. This is used to show that an action started in the past and continued up to another point in the past. If you do not include a duration such as for 2 weeks or since Friday, many English speakers use the past continuous. But this can change the meaning of the sentence. Past perfect continuous emphasizes a duration of time before something in the past, whereas the past continuous emphasizes the interrupted actions. Passive forms of the past perfect continuous are not common at all, as we looked at when we checked passive voice in our diagnostic weeks. Finally, future perfect continuous. This is used to show that something will continue up until a particular event or time in the future. It can also be used before another action in the future to show cause and effect. Remember that future perfect continuous has two different forms, will have been doing and be going to have been doing. These are usually interchangeable, as with future perfect simple. With future perfect continuous, the duration stops at or before a reference point in the future. An example sentence would be, how long will you have been studying when you graduate? As I mentioned in the functions, this tense also demonstrates cause and effect. Our example sentence here is Jason will be tired later because he will have been jogging for over an hour. In bold text, you can see the cause or the reason why Jason will be tired later. That concludes, boys and girls, part 2 and our 12 tenses that we use in English. I hope you better understand these tenses now, and if you have any problems, as always, you can ask me during class or send me a message. See you soon. Bye.